Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things already rolling. Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this... Great chance! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Real chance! And he has his goal. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
France restore parity.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Referee's given a throw. Ah, he's given it away. That has been slung wide. Zaire Emery, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cole, distributed tidily. Stones. He's a sharp little ball here. Cole receives it in a wide position. Upamecano with the clearance. Now, can they get him away? Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Conte is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Rooney cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Silvestre unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mbappe, can he finish? Goal, France! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Oh, nicely intercepted. Rooney can see things others simply cannot.
England really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Zaire Emery. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rooney. Ferdinand. And this is Owen. Nicely weighted ball. He's found a way through. And it's made its way to him. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Stones. And this is Beckham. And this is Beckham. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Ferdinand cuts it out. Quality ball. Conte. And he's running through. There's the shot! And it's there! Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
England drag themselves back again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was...
Takes a shot! Goal! France! And they're back in front!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
And yes, it's him again. France have their lead. Dembele has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew that was coming, apart from him, it seems.
And it's been played through. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Shapes to shoot! Off the post! Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Gerrard makes the interception. O'Reilly is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Beckham. He's shifting through the gears here. Crossed into the box. Palmer! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And the referee has blown for half-time. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Mesdames et messieurs, je vous demanderai de bien vouloir prendre connaissance du communiqué envoyé par la police et qui s'affiche
We're on the move again.
sur l'écran géant.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, now he... Mbappe! It is a fantastic goal. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
France now in a position far more desirable.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Now it's Owen. Pass is just off target. Doué. Zaire Emery. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And Owen! And he scores! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Just one in it now.
What a difference a half...
Big chance! There's a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about...
Doué! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Conte. Zaire Emery. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, what about it? This is going right to the wire. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Chouameni, oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. England have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change? Shot a goal! Oh, it's hit the post! Zaire Emery. And it's Zaire Emery. Conte. Good ball, good take. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, here we go. Goal! France! And they get themselves in front! France leading now. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable... And the shot! It's loose. In he goes again! And he hits the net! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency.
Can he finish? Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
France certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Palmer, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
England clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's Doué. He's picked his way through. It's a really well-measured ball. Doué, and he's in on goal. Lovely chance for a shot! Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim. Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then.
It's always nice to see the silky smooth skills of Robert Pires.
A really exceptional talent, and he could play alongside anyone.
Yeah, I'll go along with that. And I think when it comes to his position, I'm going to say probably space is it, because he finds it with such graceful movement, and his invention does the rest.
And here's Mbappe. Now it's Pires. He's picked his way through. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Mbappe. That's a sharp pass. Looking to play him in. Sane in acres of space out wide. Saliba with the clearance. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Griezmann. And it's Koundé. Pinches it off him. Knocks it into space. Now, what about a counter-attack? Can he latch on to this? He's onside! Shapes to shoot! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Shifted it to the flank. Look at the space here. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Fofana. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to...
Big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Musiala. Still goalless. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Spread it left. Now it's Pires. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pires. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. Musiala. Can he spark a counter here? He's in plenty of space here. Lovely feet. Hoeneß going face-to-face with his great rival. Matthäus can so cleverly bypass the press. Taken back almost at once. Now he's got space here. Matthäus spots it and intercepts. Played into space. And that pass just didn't quite work. Griezmann is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Beckenbauer. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Hernes. Perez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, great leap! Goal! Germany! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Upamecano. And it's Conte. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Pass somewhat off target. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Germany really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Oh, that's well spotted. Mateus. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And he's had it nicked away.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Beckenbauer with the clearance. Conte. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That is good strength.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Mateus. Looking for a runner. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Some first-half thoughts?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Germany with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. And so the action is resumed.
Germany can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Some really good ball movement. That's going to go a long way. Hernes running with the ball. Rummenigge goes looking wide. Sané swings in across. Saliba tries to clear. Fofana. That's been cut out, well played. He won't be happy with that one. Driving on and making good progress. Always onto this. Can he finish? And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's a goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
There's the shot! Glorious! About as smooth as it gets. And they get themselves in front. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Germany have their lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Gets a good foot in there.
France really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause.
Shoots! And that is well cleared. Mateus, the man synonymous with solidity. So what can they make of this? Now it's Mbappe. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra...
Real chance! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Germany now in a position far more desirable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
That's put paid to the danger. Griezmann. Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Just about up to 75 minutes. Hernes. Griezmann. Now it's Kante. And it's Fofana. Perez. Musiala with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 13.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Hernandez.
Le numéro 10.
That is lovely.
À leur place, le numéro 17. Le
Kimmich,
numéro 20.
defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Le numéro 18. Changement en cours.
And he's intervened well there. Barcola. Toni Kroos. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Kone. Germany needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
That's an imaginative pass. He's shifting through the gears here. Brilliantly cut out. Fofana. Now it's Ribéry. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Looking to play him in. Adeyemi's cross. And he's taking no chances there. And they're back on the ball again. Now this could be a chance. Fofana. And Sonny! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Barcola. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Oh, he's found support out wide. Takes a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping! And again! France do have it. The referee's awarded a free kick. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Germany are down to 10 men.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
And it's been given away. Always goal side.
That's good play from him.
Oh, he's one-on-one. Goes for a shot. And it's there. It's all becoming so... And time is up. Germany can celebrate now. They have exactly what they crave. Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Well, you can feel the blue touch paper has been well and truly lit here. Everyone expects, in one of the greatest amphitheatres in this part of the world, the Estadio Más Monumental. We are just getting started. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouaméni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels.
It's Dembélé! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Aimed beyond the defence. That is good strength. Could move up a gear here. Mateus. And it's Dembélé. Nicely weighted ball. Dembélé has it in a wide position. Always onto this. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Germany clearly should have...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Caught offside that time. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Cherki. He's found a way past. He's had it taken off him. Lam is there and he can get that clear. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And he shoots! It's anyone, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! France! Some heroic goalkeeping. But even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter.
Shot a goal! And he nearly went all the way.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Beckenbauer is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And that's gone loose. Oh, he's been caught napping! Rummenigge with a definite foul there. Mateus. Kroos. Hernandez does well to get it back.
France definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy. Can he finish? Oh, good finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
France are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Passing is crisp and sharp. Hones! Oh, it's come loose. Can he stop it going out? Oh, what has happened here? That'll be a throw-in. Schlotterbeck gets over and intercepts. Rabiot. Oh, Red, nice interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And the return pass. Beckenbauer. Some resolute defending there. He's one-on-one, and the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Germany with the corner, there first. Raum plays it short. Now this could be a chance. This looks promising. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Thuram. That has been slung wide. Knocks it into space. Mbappe. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Hernes. Toni Kroos. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Rummenigge. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. He's on it, can he get away? Looking for options for movement. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that brings the first half to a close. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. That gets us going once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going through...
Great chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. He's had a shot! France are looking to go forward now. Oh, good ball! Shoots! Well, now it's fallen kindly here. No, he's missed it.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
He's a sharp little ball here. Tries a shot! It's in! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Nice control. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, super ball. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's managed to get free.
Rabiot.
Oh, well played, well played. Ambitious ball here. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's picked his way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Tries to pass it through. And it's Toni Kroos. Hoeneß shapes to shoot! Off the post! And they're quick to get it back. Rabiot. And that is a little undercooked. That is a brilliant interception. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, this is a great position. Real chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Se está realizando un cambio.
Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Well, he is someone you can count on to get his head to it, one way or another, Peter.
He's having a shot! Oh, it's gone in! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Not the most accurate pass. No luck with that dink over the top.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That is good alertness. Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. This is a promising build-up. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, off the bar! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Oh, that's well spotted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Mbappe!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Knocks it out wide. Sané. Good read, needed to be. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Havertz. He's beaten the last man.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
He's in a great position here. Oh, that was vital. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. Great vision. It's a promising position. That looks a good cross. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Sané. It's a decent chance! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick. And the referee brings it to a close. Perfect result, perfect outcome, a test passed with flying colours. A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this guy, Rodri, was one of Europe's most coveted midfielders when he was on the market, and often seen as an integral component in the next generation of Spanish midfielders.
Oh, greatly! Crossbar comes to the rescue. That'll be a throw-in. And it's Toni Kroos. Adeyemi picks it up out wide. Oh, this looks sharp. And he was quick to react. Oh, that's superb. Rummenigge! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Rummenigge demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
He's picked his way through. Germany leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Toni Kroos played out to the left flank. Pedri. Vermin. Kroos tries to play it through. He's in a great position. Gets his head on it! And that's a sharp finish. They are purring, truly purring. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Germany are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead. It's Kroos! A cracker from Kroos! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle. Well, Pete, and that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things already rolling. He's had a shot! In he goes again! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Back towards the middle. That's headed upfield.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
And it's Messi. Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
Well, for any attacker facing him, Peter, trying to force your way through Rio Ferdinand must be a daunting prospect.
Well, he is one of the great English defenders of his generation.
Quite, Peter. His playing style boasts good speed and technique, a superb reading of the game. He hardly had to tackle. That in itself can be seen as quite an achievement.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Not the most accurate pass. Bullet. Quality ball. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Dembele. Tries to play it through. Nice interception, well timed. Deftly away. And here's Dembele. Eintracht Frankfurt are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Ambitious ball here.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Cafu. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Eintracht Frankfurt have the chance to go the other way. He's picked his way through. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Barcelona, real chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? Shot could be on. Mateus, and here's Messi. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And this is Pele, and he's lost his... Pele! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. And this is Dembele. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. And he is dashing away. And the shot! And that's a sharp finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the finish! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Barcelona definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
He might be in here. Shapes to shoot! And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him. And his response, absolutely clinical. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of towering header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Messi. He's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, well played, well played.
Arguably one of Italy's finest wing-backs, Gianluca Zambrotta.
He does not get through some miles.
Yeah, and originally he was a winger, so the skills that he's honed over the years are always there to serve him well when he gets into those forward positions.
Oh, a delicate chip through. Well timed, excellent interception.
Might want to be careful there.
And they've got a throw. Rummenigge. Desai does well to get it back. Desai did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Ibrahimovic, chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Now he's got space here. That has been cut short. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Thuram. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Messi, can he get on the end of this? Great chance! Goal! The first significant strike. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Well, played right into his path. He is through here! Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Lam. Messi. That has been slung wide. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely, now then. And he shoots! It's in! They are purring, truly purring. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. In towards the back stick.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
And this is... Oh, shooting chance! And there's his chance to lead the counter. Pele.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Can he get onto this? And a chance! Pirlo. It's a really well-measured ball. And the pass is intercepted. He's a sharp little ball here. Nice-looking ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's Ibrahimovic. Great vision. Desai with the clearance.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Searching pass he's played there. Hazard picks it up out wide. Pirlo. He's had a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Pirlo is offering a wry smile there.
Del Piero finds himself offside. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rummenigge. Can he get it through? Ferdinand. Spread to the right. Now that looks a decent ball. He can run onto that. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot a goal!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oof, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 10, numero 21, Pirlo, numero 9.
Gets us going once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull them back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And it's Varane. Lahm. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Luis Suarez. Great, and the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action.
Well, this fellow Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key if they're looking to play on the break here. You won't get many players who are better than him in terms of ball winning, and it's all going to be about how quickly they can turn things around once they've got the ball.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Varane did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Vinicius Junior! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Ferdinand is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Figo. It's a sweeping cross. Forward it goes. That's a cute ball. Caicedo cuts it out. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
Put it! And he's there to get it away. Vieira. And it's Caicedo. And he's picked it up out wide. Played in by Zambrotta. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Dembele. Eintracht Frankfurt are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. He's had a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This is their second corner of the game. That has ended up in no man's land. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Vinicius Junior. And that's been won straight back. Pullet never out of the action for very long. Short changes him with that pass. Pirlo. To Lahm. Roberto Carlos. Looking to play him in. Shot, surely! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And it's Eintracht Frankfurt who take the lead. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Eintracht Frankfurt have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Pirlo. Oh, can he get onto this? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Now it's Luis Suarez, and that could set him on his way. Decent chance! Pass somewhat off target, and he's intervened well there. Looking for the run. Varane promptly onto that, and that is that. Pele. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Suarez. And this is Messi. That's an imaginative pass. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's managed to get free. Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen loose again. He's got a goal. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Ferdinand deals with that comfortably. Messi. Now it's Luis Suarez. Albert Ferrer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Yeah. 2 added minutes has been indicated.
Zambrotta conjures time and space where few can. That's good play. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Real chance! Oh, great low ball in.
Well, the quality of the supply has been acknowledged. Shame, that's when the quality ended.
He's having a pop! It's hit the upright. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So it's back to business. And it's Roberto Carlos. Figo. Vieira. Passes coming off in quick succession here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And this is Messi. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Suarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Suarez. Messi. That's very neat. Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. And that should get the job done. Pull it. Dembele, who can single-handedly make a difference. Aimed beyond the defence. Dembele. And he welcomes it in. In by Hullet. Cleared away. And it's Vieira. Played out wide. Can he get it through? Figo delivers. Corner number 4 coming up here. Oh, he's having a go! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Gets his head on it! Oh, he's been caught napping! Eintracht Frankfurt have the chance to go the other way. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vieira. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's found support out wide. The corner count is rising. That's 6. There's the header! Messi has an approach, and he's following up! A real chance and a real let-off.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Eintracht Frankfurt perhaps contemplating their next change here. And he's straight offside.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Zambrotta. Del Piero, looking to be a menace in the final third. Now it's Pelé. Rummenigge. Roberto Carlos. And it's Varane. Manchester United can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Zambrotta. Vieira. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now that's well seen too. Rummenigge chasing after it. And it's Gullit.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He has found a way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Zambrotta. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Pelé. Roberto Carlos. Chance here to counter. Now it's Figo. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage.
And the shot! It's anyone's ball now. Played towards the front line. Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. And it's Otto.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Great ball, and he's in here. Deftly away. Del Piero. Figo. And here's Suarez. And that's a dangerous ball. And that is well cleared. It's gone for a throw-in. 2 minutes to be added on. And this is Pele! And that will be it. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. Kane. Messi. He's going for goal! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Looking for the run. Can he get it through? He's found space here. And it's Messi. Looking to play him in. And this is Messi. Nice sequence of passes, this. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
And he's lost his... Can he finish? Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And it's Eintracht Frankfurt who take the lead. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Argentina are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Zola. Now it's Del Piero. And he was quick to react.
Eintracht Frankfurt are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out the...
He's had a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Argentina have the chance to go the other way. Kane. And if you have just joined us, still just tries one from range. Superb from Pele! He's got himself an absolute peach. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Trossard. Messi. And he plays one through. Oh, what a ball! That's brave goalkeeping, really decisive.
Ah, Peter, that's as decisive as it comes. The keeper got everything right in that instance.
Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Towering header! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, you can't really overlook the importance of Bruno Fernandes in this side. A lot of players of his ilk may be seen rightly or wrongly as luxury players, and he's anything but. A work ethic I've always admired, and he's still hard at it as ever.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Thuram. Bruno Fernandes. Quality ball. Gives it back. Lahm. What a throw in. And that's aimed at Ibrahimovic! It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Thailand breakthrough, nice and early, just as they wanted it. He's on it, can he get away? Deftly away.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, good spread. Platini looking to be a menace in the final third. Out of play for a throw. Thailand
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And he was quick to react. Beckenbauer. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Lahm. Lahm. Nice bit of trickery. He's found a way through. Here. Bullish header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
That's been cut out, well played. Pirlo, who's set up one goal so far. And the return pass. Platini. And it's Lahm. Quick look, then plays it in.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Pirlo. Beckenbauer. Lahm.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Roberto Carlos charging forward down that flank. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. keeper's dealt with that. That's really well cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Semenyo. And that pass just didn't quite work. Lovely bit of skill. Great chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Thailand looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Bruno Fernandes, a player who needs no introduction. Roberto Carlos. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, looking early. And it's claimed by the keeper. Stam gets across to intercept that. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And no, he's seen through all of that. Bruno Fernandes. Thuram. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Thailand come in leading by just the odd goal.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Thailand can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
So we're underway for the second half.
Thailand can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Stam cuts it out. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Sulemana. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Ayew. Oh, it's come loose. Pirlo. Here's Roberto Carlos. Ibrahimovic is being harried and hassled.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because...
Big chance! And he's there to clear it.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Nicely spread. Not the most accurate pass. Thailand just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. And it's Lam. Platini going about things with real menace. Shot could be on. Can he finish? And he's stuck it away. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Stam, Platini. It's a pretty loose pass. That's good running with the ball. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bruno Fernandes. And it's Pirlo. And it's gone back to the keeper. Check. A keeper with complete command over his defence. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Ayew. Thailand can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And it's Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Crosses it, and a header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Lahm. Delivered from distance.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's nice. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic goes for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Thailand can consider themselves just about safe now. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Sulemana.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Bruno Fernandes. Roberto Carlos. And he's intervened well there. Sulemana.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now that looks a decent ball. Bruno Fernandes.
2 added minutes.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And it's made its way to him. Space for him to turn and look. That had too much on it. No unnecessary. That's that, the end. Thailand can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Bruno Fernandes taking it. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, straight into the action. They appear... Big chance! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Thailand gain their reward with an early goal. Pirlo. And it's Roberto Carlos. Rummenigge. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, well played. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Messi. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Chance for a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Now it's Roberto Carlos. That's been cut out, well played. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ambitious ball here. Floated through. Rummenigge! They want to be quick to recover this. Paraguay are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
Pelé, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Messi. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Almiron. Now it's Almiron. Gomez chooses to go crossfield. Out towards the flank.
Almiron really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Pirlo. And here's Suarez. And it's Pirlo. Goes looking wide. That's a throw. Oh, nice touch. And it's pulled back. Can he finish? Well taken goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Thailand are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And he's quick to return it. He's found some space. Lam did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Alderete. And Almiron. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
Lam. Spread out to the left. Looking for the run. Oh, no joy this time. And the whistle goes for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Thailand looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. We're on the move again. And this is Luis Suarez. Almiron. Almiron running with intent. And shifted it to the flank. Now, can they get him away? Almiron gets into a good position. Lam. Roberto Carlos. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Pele. Good ball, good take. Can he get it through? Suarez finds himself offside. Looking for options for movement, and he's got the beating of his man. Decent chance! Almiron. Thailand, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pirlo. Rummenigge being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah,
and he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, there's a probing ball. Almost an hour gone. What's going wide left? That's very neat. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that has put paid to that. Messi. Driving forward. A searching ball out wide. Suarez wants to run onto this. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Número 21.
Alderete. Now it's Almiron. Oh, that is a nice touch. Looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's nice. Now it's Almiron. Cross goes in there. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Pirlo. Pele. To Lam. It's a pretty loose pass. Now this could be a chance. Van der Sar gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Messi is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Now it's Messi. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. 75 minutes played. Looking for a runner, chips it through. Defending of the desperate variety. Time for a change in personnel.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He is just caressing the ball. Looking for the far post. Impressive jump! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Great vision. That's a good ball. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Cuts it back. Cleared away.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Thailand have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. Just 5 minutes left. That's where it came from. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. This looks promising. Messi aimed beyond the defence. Roberto Carlos. Lofted in. Chance, surely! Yes! And they are disappearing out of sight. Messi duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
A case now of complete control. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And time is up. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Thailand's definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I'm just so pleased that Andy Robertson here is finally getting the plaudits he deserves. When you consider the journey he's had from the lower tiers in Scottish football, he's become a real success story of hard graft and hunger, and you can really see that in his no-nonsense style. He's won with a very steely, determined streak.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Skims one in, deftly away. Pele. Lam. Crosses it into the... Getting up there! And what a big quick... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Has another go! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Doak. Thailand leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Space for him to turn and look. Rafael Varane gives no quarter whatsoever. Lam. Pirlo. Played over towards the opposite flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
And it's Messi. First quarter of an hour gone. Nicely weighted ball. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's had it taken off him.
Scotland genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
McTominay just eases him off the ball. McGinn. Robertson to McGinn. Pirlo producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Lam. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Doak. McTominay. Robertson. To McGinn. And it's Robertson. Pele. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now Pirlo. Lahm. And he's forced to go back. Messi. Very much a man of this moment. Plays the return pass. The less said about that pass, the better. McTominay. Now it's Adams. Now it's McGinn. Played back into the centre.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Lahm. And it's Pirlo. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Lahm wins the duel this time.
Thailand really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Adams. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pirlo. Pele. Robertson. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, good spread. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
So, a temporary halt to the action. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps, the only things lacking. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Thailand can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Thailand definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Messi! Oh, it's come off the upright. Well, they've got it again. Ferdinand. And it's Pirlo. Out towards the flank. Roberto Carlos. Drills Pele! Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Thailand benefiting from an own goal. Not that you'll hear them complaining. McGinn. McTominay. And Doak. Doak! That's very neat. Shot could be on.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Tries to play it through. That's the keeper's ball. McGinn. Doak. Oh, that's nice. Well read, and the danger is averted. Pele. So what can they make of this? And that interception was most necessary. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pirlo being watched hawkishly here.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
Roberto Carlos. This is a promising build-up. Pele looking to be a menace in the final third.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Now this could be a chance. Messi. Pele. Passing is crisp and sharp. Threads one in. He can run onto that. Shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. McGinn. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Roberto Carlos. Looking for the run. Great ball if he can get there. Good ball, good real chance! And that's a tidy finish. Untouchable, remorseless, relentless. A class of their own. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Scotland making further changes here and in quick succession.
Well, I think his job here, Peter, is going to be to reinvigorate that attack, just change the rhythm up front.
Thailand are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Oh, that's neat. He's in a great position here.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Driving on and making good progress. Can he get it through? Can he finish? No, that's just wide.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Now it's Christie.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Now, can they get him away?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And the ball is out of play. Robertson. McGinn. And they win it back again. Now it's Messi. The final 5 minutes. Hurst. McLean. It's a promising position. Robertson. And it's McTominay. Now it's McGinn. Pirlo. To Luis Suarez. And this is Messi.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And the shot! And that's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Number 10, Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And it's McTominay. And that is that. Thailand really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Bakambu. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a clever-looking ball. Towering header! And he should have made them pay.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this. Well, for any attacker facing him, Peter, trying to force your way through Rio Ferdinand must be a daunting prospect.
Well, he is one of the great English defenders of his generation.
Quite, Peter. His playing style boasts good speed and technique, a superb reading of the game. He hardly had to tackle. That in itself can be seen as quite an achievement.
And he's been shifted off it. Lukau. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Wan-Bissaka. And Mbemba. Twanzebe. No goals as yet. And it's Masuaku. Kayembe. Tries to play it through. It's a sweeping cross. Roberto Carlos. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. The ball has bounced loose now. Democratic Republic of Congo are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Kayembe. And he's gone looking for safety. Rummenigge has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Suarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. And now the breakaway. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bakambu showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now that looks a decent ball. Messi's cross.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lahm picks it up out wide. Lahm delivers. Tuanzebe gets it away. Pirlo, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pirlo really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Foot in. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Tuanzebe. And Mbemba. Now it's Bakambu. And it's Masuaku. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that's played in low. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Roberto Carlos. No outsmarting him this time. Roberto Carlos made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Wan-Bissaka. He can run onto that. In with the challenge. And the referee has blown for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So very little to report. Nothing indeed in terms of goals scored.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Thailand have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Knocks it out wide. Now that's well seen too. Now what about a counter-attack? And here's Suarez. Messi. Pele! Kayembe. Tuanzebe. Bakambu is herring after that one. Messi. And he's quick to return it. Not the most accurate pass. Pirlo being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Pele. Threads one in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And this is back. Real chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Luis Suarez. Back where it came from. And this is Pele! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Thailand really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Mbemba clears it away. It'll be a throw-in. Shot could be off. Takes a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though. Thailand are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Great ball, and he's in here! Not the most convincing of passes. Tuanzebe. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. This looks promising. Wissa. Now, header! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
What a pass, one that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Tuanzebe makes the interception. Kayembe. Masuaku. That is good strength.
Democratic Republic of Congo clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And Messi! And that's a tidy finish. That is his ton, and does he not know it? He hit that like he meant it, absolutely speared it in.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
Thailand have penetrated for the first time.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Roberto Carlos drives it in. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement.
Changement en cours.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And they win it back again. Zola. Oh, this is a very good run. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That is ended up in no man's land. Thailand still ahead by the game's only goal.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Changement. Le numéro 17. Cédric
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Banza coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
And this is Luis Suarez. Just eases him off the ball. And it's Roberto Carlos. Spread neatly. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Platini. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Thailand clearly now in lead preservation mode. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Sadiki, now he's off and running.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that's that. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Pirlo! Tremendous from Pirlo!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
An early launch, just as they want. Tries a shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
This is a promising build-up. Roberto Carlos lofted in, and that has been cleared. And reclaimed it in a trice. But it's Thuram. Played out towards the right wing. Elects to cross. And that was very necessary. It's a throw-in. Another pass. Shoots! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! A finish right from the top draw. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been a an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Threads one in. He's got away. It's Ibrahim, and it's come back out to him. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are purring, truly purring. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Thailand find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, that has not gone well. Great vision. That's a nicely shaped ball. Thailand have hit a quick-fire double here. And this is Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos tries to play it through. And this is Messi. Goes for the header! Played towards the front line. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rafael Varane is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And that's an excellent interception. And that has been knocked clear. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Luis Suarez. Ibrahimovic! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Thailand certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And he's gone looking for safety. Tries one from range! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Almiron. Oh, that pass isn't the best. It's Luis Suarez! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Spirited, to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Paraguay have the chance to go the other way. Chance, surely!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Messi. And he shoots! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Now it's Almiron. Lam wins the duel this time. And he cuts out the supply. Almiron. Lobbed in behind. There's the shot! He's kept it out just.
Ibrahimovic has just shown why those situations demand a higher grade of focus. He fluffed it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And the keeper beats it away. Roberto Carlos takes a shot! That has been slung wide. Oh, sweet feet.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Almiron. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now, can they get him all? And the shot! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. A thrilling end to the half there, one that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely.
Please make sure to watch the screen.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Thailand marching seemingly on towards victory, 3-0 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Ferdinand does really well to win the ball there. Good running, strong and purposeful. The ball's gone astray. Now it's Ibrahimovic. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, they've got it again. Alderete. Into the channel. Almiron in acres of space out wide. Pirlo gets a foot in here. Rafael Varane. And it's Varane. Looking for the run. Oh, well measured. Just too much on that. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Can he get onto this? Messi crosses it in. And it's hoisted clear. Ibrahimovic looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
It's Roberto Carlos! It's hit the crossbar. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Messi. And this is Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! No, he's missed it.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And it's Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries to cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And that has put paid to that. And here's Suarez. And that has found him in acres of space. Deftly away. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, good spread. Messi was in no mood for any of that. Del Piero. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now, who's going to be first to this? Bout of passing here. Applies the finish! Oh, it's hit the post! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Substitution in progress.
Paraguay choosing to make the first change. Distributed tidily. Space for him to turn and look. And the pass is intercepted.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Thailand are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
And it's Ferdinand. Oh, perfectly measured that. Real chance! And that's in! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And yes, it's him again. Things looking so easy. Chance to shoot! He's put it wide.
Ferdinand really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensation.
Almiron. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's a sharp pass. He's not got that quite right. And here's Almiron. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
There will be 1 minute
And it's claimed by the keeper. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Pass somewhat off target. And the referee brings it to a close. Thailand really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their... Well, all of a sudden we're talking a different language, the language of knockout football. Now that the group stages are over, there is no margin for error. Only one of these teams can prevail here. It is do or die time. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, this is an elevated level of competition. Mateus! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Germany penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
I think they've gone about their business with the opener very much in mind, and this augurs well now.
Look at the can he finish?
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
He's having a shot! He's got a goal! 2, and we've barely begun here. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
6 minutes is number 5.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And it's Arda Güler. Now it's Çalhanoğlu. And the pass is intercepted. Güler. And here's Aktürkoğlu. Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Takes a shot! And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up.
He's going for goal! And that tested the keeper.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
And we have our very first corner. And it's Musiala. Rummenigge driving forwards. Güler. Now it's Kökçü. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Musiala. Short changes him with that pass. Güler. Now it's Aktürkoğlu. Nicely shaped ball. Çelik. Hoeneß at his creative best. He's set up 2 goals. And it's Musiala. Looking to play him in. Nice. Oh, good effort! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Musiala. And no, that was never going to make it. So what can they make of this? Aktürkoğlu played out towards the right wing. Mateus. Rummenigge, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Rummenigge. Header! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Güler. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Kökçü. And it's Arda Güler. And Çelik. Now it's Kökçü. Now it's Aktürkoğlu. Kökçü. And here's Aktürkoğlu.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Aktürkoğlu. Güler.
This is the time you need that pace.
Çelik. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's fabulous. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. He won't be happy with that one. Çalhanoğlu. A whisker away from making it 4.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Turkey have the chance to go the other way. Yilmaz. And it's Kadiolu. Celik. Goulet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? This looks promising. And a chance! And a neat finish! And that was his 20th goal for this team. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Germany are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Musiala, spread neatly. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
So, half-time in the opener. Germany looking unstoppable, unbeatable, and in case you're wondering, yes, that really is the scoreline. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Rummenigge. That'll be a corner. Raum goes short. Elects to bullish header! Raum with the short one. Cross to the back post. He's having a hit! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Kukçu. Çalhanoğlu. And it's Arda Güler. Germany can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Great ball, and he's in here. Çalhanoğlu. And it's Kukçu. Gets a good foot in there. Clipped into space. Çalhanoğlu. And Güler. Played into space. Rummenigge. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's only too happy to take that back. Çalhanoğlu. Kadiolu. Now, what about a counter-attack? Rummenigge being hunted in packs. Shoots! And he hits the net! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And it's a corner. They've played it short. Now it's Güler. And now they can spring out of defence. Mateus. Hernes. For Musiala. Now that looks a decent ball. Chance! Brought out the best in the keeper.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find the finish after that.
They're up to 5 corners now. And it's been taken short. Backward it goes. Shapes to shoot! Turkey are looking to go forward now. Nicely weighted ball. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. There's the shot! Raum plays it short. Germany with another chance from a corner. Raum goes short. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Beckenbauer threads one in. Hoeneß. Here's the header! Oh, the keeper's done very, very well to deny him. Big chance! Well taken goal. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Number 42, Musiala.
Looking for the run. No, that's been intercepted. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. The muscular approach does pay off here.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Kadiolu. Back to Kolu, engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, he's having a go! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Germany really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Substitutions taking place.
Turkey making further changes here, and in quick succession. The final 5 minutes. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Goulet. Mateus, a picture of focus and alertness. He'll try from distance! Fantastic from Beckenbauer! That is a gem! An absolute gem! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter!
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Great vision. You shot a goal!
There will be 5
Oh,
minutes.
terrific save. Hoeneß. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Goulet. Aimed beyond the defence. Al-Mali. Well, they've got it again. This is a promising build-up. Schlotterbeck. And the referee brings it to a close. Job done, professionally done. All eyes forward now.